following is a timely and insightful commentary on Eritrea's independence struggle by Professor Daniel Ogbaharya. The opinions expressed in our op-ed section are solely those of the writer and may not, in part or in whole, necessarily reflect the editorial position of our channel. The significance of Eritrea's 33rd independence anniversary, 1991 to 2024. Among Eritreans and friends of Eritrea, the country's independence struggle is described as the ultimate triumph of David over Goliath, and rightly so. There are only few cases in world history that can rival the path that Eritrea took to become an independent and sovereign nation. I think one need not be an Eritrean or a friend of Eritrea to endorse this statement. A serious analysis of the historical record would undoubtedly reveal only rare cases whereby a people of a similar size as that of Eritrea have prevailed over larger and well-endowed arch-enemies. Unfortunately, this rare story of determination and victory has yet to be fully chronicled in the annals of world history. Indeed, if a national liberation struggle success is measured against the size of forces that had to be dethroned to attain independence, Eritrea's independence is a crown jewel of all independence struggles. Two fortified successive Ethiopian regimes, along with their chief financial and military sponsors, were dismantled by the sheer determination and ingenuity of the Eritrean independence fighters. These expansionist regimes fell like houses of cards after trying every trick in the book and deploying every destructive weaponry that they could amass. They melted in the fire that the sheer will and determination of the Eritrean people fueled for 30 years. External military and financial patrons are less important than the legitimacy and the justness of the cause for which one is fighting. Eritreans proved this truism over and over again in numerous battles of gigantic victories against Africa's largest, well-funded and well-trained army, and ultimately on May 24, 1991, in the manifestation of complete and total liberation, with more than 200,000 vanquished Ethiopian soldiers captured and subsequently magnanimously released unconditionally. Both superpowers, first the USA and then the USSR, stood against the Eritrean people at one time or another. Both the United States and the Soviet Union armed the Ethiopian regime with every modern weaponry imaginable. Yes, China, Cuba, Iraq, Syria, Yemen, Egypt, Somalia, and other minor powers did provide some tangible and intangible assistances to the Eritrean cause at one period or another. The People's Republic of China, for example, provided some limited support in the form of training Eritrea's revolutionaries. Eritrea's current president, Isaias Afwerki, received multifaceted training at the Nanjing Military Academy in China at the height of the Cultural Revolution in 1967. However, even China would later somewhat freeze its support to Eritrea as it chose to ally itself with the Ethiopian regime, starting first with Emperor Haile Selassie in 1971 and then forging stronger ties with his successor, Mengistu Haile Mariam's Marxist military Derg junta. It is no hyperbole to conclude that the Eritrean National Liberation Movement and its armed expression in the form of the Eritrean People's Liberation Front, EPLF, was a largely self-reliant movement that was virtually independent both ideologically and in terms of weaponry and material prowess. This resourcefulness derived from the ability of the EPLF to forge organic and seamless ties with the Eritrean people, inside Eritrea as well as among the Eritrean diaspora. It was, above all, a principled movement that subjected the barrel of the gun to strict political organization and military discipline, application of the laws of warfare, including strict adherence to the Geneva Conventions on the treatment of POWs, and a comprehensive political, cultural, and social programs that educated the masses. The EPLF was as much a purveyor of radical socio-political transformation as it was a vanguard movement for independence. It is against this important backdrop that one can only fully take stock of the post-liberation experience of nation building in Eritrea. The exceptional history of Eritrea's independence means that there is no tolerance in Eritrean political culture for any hint of compromising on the country's independence and sovereignty, as well as any request or demand for concession by any superpower of the world. Eritrea demands and gets equal and mutual respect. Eritrea is ready to do business with anyone regardless of their ideology, identity, and historical belligerence towards the cause of the Eritrean people. But in return, Eritrea asks that anyone who wants to work with Eritrea does not dare touch her crown jewel, her hard-won independence, sovereignty, honor, and dignity. Happy 33 by Professor Daniel Ogbaharya, May 24, 2024. Dr. Daniel Ogbaharya teaches at Antioch University's Graduate School of Leadership and Change. His teaching and research interests lie in the interdisciplinary areas of public policy analysis, environmental studies, conflict resolution, and global development.
Adere,